Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo for Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center to check out the schedule and stop by the tip jar to make donations. We'll start today lying down. You should be in the posture I'm in with your feet together and your knees pointing out. And if you want to, you can have props holding your legs up like I do. If that's not comfortable, you can plant the soles of your feet and let your knees lean in towards each other. You could set up near the wall or your couch or something and elevate your legs, or just start lying flat on the ground, whatever is comfortable for you. Closing your eyes if you want, resting your hands where they're comfortable, whether it's on the ground or on your body. Notice your breath. Simply by noticing, we invite the breath to get deeper and slower. Taking in your surroundings, your contact with the floor and your props, and whatever else you notice. How are your surroundings reaching your senses? Can your body take in what's going on in your body in this moment? Especially noting any issues, any discomfort. So you can keep it in mind during the practice, knowing that you're welcome to modify or skip any part of practice. And if you wish to set an intention for your practice today, you can do that now. Let's take 3 deep clearing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. And let's all meet with feet planted and knees pointing to the ceiling. So if you have your legs as I do, let your arms lift your knees towards each other. So your feet come to rest like that. If you had props there, move them out of the way. And on this gray, rainy day, I think we need our energizing twist. It's gray and rainy in Cozumel and Palm Springs. Cross your left ankle above your right knee. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms up, and letting your shoulders stay grounded. Let your legs fall to the right and turn your head to the left. Bring everything back to center. And before we take that twist the other way, let's just, with your head staying at center, let your legs fall to the left. Just explore that, see where they want to go. Come on up to center. Now cross your legs the other way. Let your legs go to the left and turn your head to the right. One up to center. And then keeping your head at center, keep looking up towards the ceiling. Let your legs go to the right. Come on up to center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale, reach your arms and legs all the way out. And as you exhale, curl up again. And repeat that for a few more breaths. And then hug your knees, rock and roll, massage your back against the floor. And then we'll sit up. You can hold your legs and rock back and forth, or you can tip onto one side and press your hands to the floor. Make your way up to a seat however you want, and sit however you want, whatever seated position works for you. Maybe you sit on some props, as I generally like to, but you don't have to. letting your arms hang loosely by your side. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear and slide it back and let it down. And then the right shoulder up and back and down. Let your chin come down towards your chest and start to slowly move your head in circles. Really taking your time to explore how your neck is feeling this morning. If there are tight places, you can explore rocking back and forth at the tight places. And let's take a few in the other direction. And when you finish the next circle, raise your chin and face forward. Reach out to the side, just resting your fingertips on the ground so your spine is still nice and long. Inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, reach to the right. Let your head go wherever your neck wants it to be. Breathing length into your left side. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, come into a twist. Left hand behind you, right hand on your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twist some more. As you explore your twist for a few breaths, I step over to my computer to shut down whatever just made that sound. We don't need that. None of that stuff's supposed to be open. Let your twist unwind. And then inhale, raise your right arm up. Exhale to reach to your left. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, come into your twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Let your twist unwind, come through center. Rest your hands on the floor in front of you. Walk them forward as far as you want. For just a simple forward fold, letting your neck disengage. Breathing into your back or thinking of sending the breath anywhere else where you might feel tension. Inhaling, walk your hands back, sit up. Take your time to shift up onto your hands and knees. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. A couple more times. After your next exhale, come back through table. Reach back and press the ball of your right foot against the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm forward, thumb pointing up. On an inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back. Bend your knee, reach your hand back, grab your foot or ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee and your chin. Release and lower down. Have a couple cow-cat breaths. And coming back through table, reach back, press against the ball of your left foot. On an inhale, reach your right arm out front. On an inhale, lift your foot and reach back. Bend your knee, reach back for that bind. Release and lower down, and take a couple more cow and cat breaths. Let's do a little rocking, floating back and forth. Exhale, sit back towards your heel, sort of like we're going to child's pose, but we're not going to go all the way there. And then inhale, come forward. You can bring your shoulders just above your wrist, or if it feels okay, you can bring them further. You could also walk your hands further forward so that when your shoulders come forward more, it's not so much pressure on your wrist. And just explore that. Exhale, go back. And inhale, come forward. Whatever degree of movement works for you, whatever hand placement works for you. So maybe you start to drift towards cobra, maybe not. Maybe the back end, the child's pose, gets deeper, gets lower. Okay, too, to let your hands just kind of slide like mine do. Part of that is having an old, worn, very smooth mat. But part of it is it helps my shoulders to just let my hand position change. between one posture and the other, one end of the movement and the other. And you can pause where you like if it feels good to hang out at one end or the other. Maybe rocking the hips at the forward end of the movement. Or maybe you want to rock in the hips at the back end, like wag your tail. And after your next exhale, going back, let's come up to table, and then we'll go to forward fold. So if you want to ease that transition, you can put blocks under your hand, step one foot up between your hands, and step the other foot up with it, and hang out in your forward fold. Maybe keeping your blocks, your lower back is tender, or just wanting support. You can rest your hands on the block, whatever height works for you. Explore swaying back and forth, bending and straightening your legs, letting your neck be passive, letting your head just kind of hang towards the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands to the front of your legs and help the crown of your head draw forward away from your tailbone. Exhale, relax down. Inhale all the way up, hands together overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, open your arms, reach out to the side. As you exhale, you can reach for your shoulder blades. So hug for a couple breaths, or take eagle arms. And then if you're in eagle, we reach forward and up like so. Inhale to open up again. And exhale to cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the right and take a couple breaths. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers above your head. Turn your palms up and reach your palms up. Look up at your hands and lift up your heart. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale out and down. Pausing for a drink before moving on. Pausing to adjust the microphone, pardon the background noise. I guess that's foreground noise. The noise. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Step back to plank. On an exhale, lower all the way to the floor. And reach your arms out to the sides, palms down. We're gonna roll around on the floor a little. Explore opening shoulders and maybe hips. Gripping the floor with your left hand, walk your right hand in towards you. So you roll your body up onto your left hip, let the left side of your head rest on the floor. And you could just stay there. Maybe that seems like plenty to do. That's fine. If you want to explore further, you can raise your right leg away from the left leg, opening a pair of scissors. And keeping the leg long at first, you can let the heel drift back. If that feels okay and you want to go further, then bend your knee. And just let the weight of your leg hang. Maybe the foot will drift towards the floor. But don't push the leg down. Let breath and gravity figure out where the leg wants to be. So we're not aiming to touch the floor. Sometimes the foot will touch the floor and it's a surprise. Sometimes it doesn't touch. That's never a surprise, I guess, when the foot doesn't touch the floor. At least for this yogi. First time my foot did touch the floor doing this was definitely surprising. And it's funny because you can't tell how close your foot is to the floor, really. It's just hanging out there. It doesn't matter. And just as we came into all that, nice and slowly, we'll come out the same way. So take your time to raise the foot and straighten the leg. And bring it forward above the other leg and then close the scissors. Walk your right hand back out so you roll back onto your belly. And we rest for a few breaths. You can rest on your chin, or if that's not comfortable, you can rest on one cheek. Starting to rain hard here. I don't know if the sound of the rain on the roof is reaching the microphone. Last year, I think it rained the whole month of November, at least some every day. Not like nonstop for a whole month, nothing biblical, but pretty hard at times and pretty constant, pretty regular. Let's grab the floor with the right hand, walk the left hand in, rock onto the right hip and the right side of the head resting on the floor. Maybe that's enough, or maybe you lift your left leg and let it drift back. And maybe you bend it. And we just see what happens. And one side might be different. On this side, my foot touched the floor already. On the other side, my foot never did touch the floor. You just never know how it's going to go. Just my right hip's got some tension stuck in there that's not still present in the left hip. Take your time to start rewinding everything bit by bit. All the way back to resting on the belly again for a few breaths. Bring your hands in under your shoulders. Press into your hands and inhale, lift your head and chest. Find the heart opener that's the right height for you, listening to your lower back. Exhale, rock slowly back and up to downward facing dog. And pedal your feet up and down. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Step back to plank. And again, exhale, lower all the way down. And then this time, after you lower it all the way down, bring your hands by your hips, palms down. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your feet, lift your hands. Maybe lift your chest, maybe lift your knees. So the spine's like a long curve, like a bow. Not letting the head tip forward, but not cranking it back and compressing the back of your neck either. Keep breathing. Body kind of rocks up and down as your belly moves with diaphragm. Exhale, slowly lower down. And take a little pause, resting on the chin or on one cheek. And bend your knees, reach your heels towards your butt. Reach one hand back, grab your foot or your ankle, and then do the other side. So you're holding both feet or both ankles. You can also do this with a strap running across the ankles or the tops of the feet if you can't quite grab with your hands directly on your feet or legs. And similar movement here. We're going to inhale, lift the chin, kick against your hands. Maybe you lift your knees. Maybe you lift your chest. Smaller bow. Exhaling, relax down. Keep your feet up, but letting your arms and legs relax. Let your hands down to the floor. And with your knees still bent like your legs, and a wag back and forth. Let your legs down. Bring your hands in under your shoulders again. Press away from the floor. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, rock back and up to downward facing dog. Gently nod your head and shake your head. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And let's play with some balancing, some standing poses. We might stand on one foot if you want to step over by the wall or a handy piece of furniture, so you have that support to grab onto as much as you want. Maybe you just stand near it and you never grab on. Hands by your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other with your feet on the floor. Feeling the movement in the hip and the knee and the ankle. Never locking the leg. Let it bend and lengthen. But we don't want to lock it. Bring the weight into your left leg. Turn your right toes out to the side. Bring your heel in and on up to your ankle. So you could keep both feet on the ground, right foot like a kickstand, or bring the foot onto the calf or onto the thigh. And you can change your mind anytime. You can start over anytime. And you can keep pressing your hands together into your sternum for steadiness, or explore other shapes, explore movement, or play with being more still. Bring your hands back by your heart if they're elsewhere. Pivot your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake the left leg and whatever else you might want to shake. And when you're ready to do the other side, starting with hands back at your heart, shift back and forth a few times. Bring the weight into your right leg. Turn the left toes out, remembering to keep the right knee unlocked. Take your time to bring your heel in and up. See what height is right for this side. And see what your arms want to do. I didn't say it in the cueing. Generally, we pick a spot at eye level, a fixed point to look at. And there is some wall right in front of me, but to either side of it, there's a window and a door, and the trees are blowing all over the place in the wind and rain. As my tree is more steady, the trees outside are going wild. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're doing something else. Bring your knee forward, let your foot down, and shake things out. Now let's have a seat on a mat. Let the legs rest. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back towards you. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold down. Let your knees bend if they want to bend. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs and sit up. And then use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree is okay for you. And for the next fold, we have options. You can walk your hands down your leg or rest your hands on the floor and walk them forward. Or with a block under your hands, you can walk your block forward, letting your spine tip forward, sort of hinging from the hips. And slowly walk your hands back and lift your torso. Using your arms to help your legs, we're going to move our legs kind of like tree pose. Going to bring the right foot over to the left leg. And pivot your torso towards your left foot and flex your left foot back. Inhale to reach up overhead. And exhale to fold down over the extended leg. Swing your right arm out to the side, way out to the right, and then reach it up alongside your head, reaching towards your left arm. Reach slowly up and out to the right again, and bring the arm across, bring your right hand to your left hand. Inhaling, walk your hands up your legs and sit up. Use your arms to arrange your legs the opposite way. And then pivot your torso, flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Open your left arm way out to the left and reach it up overhead towards the right arm. And slowly rewind, reach up, reach out, and sweep the arm across. Left hand back to the right hand. Inhale, walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Using your arms to help, start to extend the left leg part way and bend the right. And bring the soles of your feet together, leave a big space between your heels and your pelvis. And then you can reach under your ankles and grab the floor. That's a little more challenging, or you can reach over your ankles and then walk your hands forward along the floor, whether you're over or under. Let your neck relax. Breathe into your back, or any place you feel tension. Maybe it's somewhere besides your back. Send the breath wherever that is. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back and sit up. And let's take one more fold. Keep your feet together and bring them in as close as you can without straining anything. And then interlace your fingers. Hold your toes in your hands. Wriggle on your butt. Shift the bones in your feet closer to the ground to tilt your pelvis forward and open your hips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips with your spine long. For as far as that wants to go, not forcing, to see how much does that long spine want to tip forward. And then let your spine soften, let it curve up. Let your head hang and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Use your hands to nudge your knees towards each other. Rest your feet on the floor. Make your way down onto your back. Feet planted and knees up. Let's take a deep twist with crossed knees. Cross your right knee over your left knee. If that doesn't work for you, you could cross your right ankle over your left knee. Repeat what we did earlier. Or sometimes we do sort of halfway in between. It's like the calf is crossed over the knee. That's fine too. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Now you could just twist from here with the left foot planted. The closer the knees come to the torso, the deeper the twist feels. So you could decide. You could keep the foot planted or press into the ball of the foot and lift the heel, or lift the whole foot and maybe continue to draw the knees in even closer. When you're ready, let your legs go to the left and turn your head to the right. Slowly bring it all back to center. And then cross your legs the other way. Left knee over right knee. Or whatever variation works. If cross knee doesn't work for you today. Decide how close you want to bring the knees in, how intense the twist is going to feel. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. Slowly come back up to center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees to your chest and rock and roll a bit. And reach your feet up. Reach your hands up to hold your legs or feet any way that you like. Play with bending and straightening your limbs. Whenever you've had enough inverting, make your way to your final resting pose. And you can pick something to focus on. Maybe it's just your breath, maybe it's your intention, maybe it's something else. Or you can elect not to focus. Start to give yourself some deeper breath. And move around bit by bit. Letting your movements gradually get bigger. Taking your time and moving mindfully. Whenever you're ready, you can gently sit up. Thank you so much for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste.